What's up, y'all? It's your girl XP,
And it's your girl, Dre Nicole.
and you are tuned in to another episode of Poor Mind.
Where a drunk mind speaks sober thoughts.
So we gonna kick this year off right, y'all, with a solo episode because I know how y'all get. So we wanted to, start the new year on a good foot with y'all because y'all be eating us up in the comments.
Yes, they do not be liking the guest episodes. I think that the guest episodes be great. I be having a ball, myself. I be
Personally,
having a good time.
I'll be having a good time. So we are in a new year. So what you been up to, girl?
Just preparing for the new year. I feel like, you gotta come into the the first quarter, my bad. We just lived out the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Gotta come into the first quarter swinging.
Swinging. Come on, Mike
Gotta
Tyson.
be ready to go. But yeah, like the end of 2023, I was already, preparing all of my goals, writing down everything that I want to work on, everything that I want to accomplish this year. So I'm really excited because I already got a few things out the way too.
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
This is my first opportunity to talk about it, but I had went obviously on a trip. If y'all saw that a few weeks ago, I had went to a little Europe. I was in
Mhm.
London, little Amsterdam,
Mhm.
and I had a ball. That was my first time in London. I met a lot of people out there. It was just a really good time. I really needed that, and it's so
Mhm.
crazy when you travel. You really start to realize because growing up in America, they obviously tell you like America is the best place in the world, is the best place to live. But when you see how other people live and how like their lifestyles are low key, like simpler, like
Mhm.
things are just easier and more carefree, you be like, damn, is this really the best place to live? And shit like that. But I don't know. I had a good time though. Amsterdam was lit. I actually liked Amsterdam more than I liked London. Because London is giving like it gives me LA vibes a little bit. New York vibes, I'll say. More so New York.
Yeah, I feel like people always say that though about New York,
And London.
London, and Toronto. They
The
say it's like the
traffic.
same. It's pretty much the same city.
The traffic is so bad. I'm telling you, you will see something and it'll say 6 miles away. I'm not being dramatic. It'll take you 1 hour to go 6 miles. I'm so serious.
Also, it's Atlanta.
No, Atlanta's not that bad. 6 miles for 1 hour.
Atlanta be that bad.
I have never. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I have never had to.
You must ain't never been over by Perimeter Mall.
I mean, yeah, I have been. I've been everywhere around Atlanta. I have never experienced traffic like London in my life. It's so bad, but they don't have highways over there.
Oh, well, then that makes sense.
They don't have no highway. You got
In the whole city?
In the whole city, goddamn. Last time I see the highway was in I left Atlanta, bitch.
So you could just take back streets everywhere
It,
from like the hood to like
it ain't nothing but a back
the
street.
suburbs?
It ain't nothing but a back street, bitch.
Really?
It's craziness.
That's interesting.
Them taxis big as fuck. Them taxis big as fuck. But I like how the taxis are set up. When the taxi picked me up, I had to go 6 miles to get where I was going. But I had a whole hour, bitch. I was in there getting dressed. I took my precious little time. But I love it. Amsterdam was lit. Like, you can go in. They call them coffee shops. You go in, get you a little one weed. I had about 16 of them motherfuckers. And you go, and then you just sit down at your restaurant or the bar, wherever you at, and you just smoke. It was a vibe. So, yeah, I had a good little way to end my year. So, yeah, I'm excited for the new year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Me and my mom went to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I feel like traveling is something that's definitely on my list this year.
Yeah, like 2024, I'm definitely trying to travel. I'm already trying to, and who am I becoming? An organized queen. I'm already trying to get my birthday trip together.
Ooh.
And that don't never happen. I be making my birthday plans the week before.
Literally the week before. We be like, all right. You be like, whoever can pull up, pull up. So, yeah, I'm excited about the new year. Last year kind of beat my ass a little bit. So, I'm excited about the new year. Okay. So, we going to get into these topics. Okay. So, I'm going to let you introduce the first topic.
Well, for the first topic, I really just wanted to talk about like, are there inappropriate age gaps in dating? Like, do you think that there's just a certain cutoff age where, you too old, you shouldn't be dating a person that's 10 years, 15 years younger than you, or you shouldn't be dating a person that's 10, 15 years older than you? Like, how do you feel about that? I'm kind of weird about it because I just feel like, for me, it's more applicable when it gets to like you being older. Like if you're like in your 50s, then I think shit don't matter no more. Like if you 50 and you dating somebody that's like 10 years younger than you, Who gives a fuck that
Yeah.
she's 40? Or who gives a fuck that she's 35 if you're 50?
Yeah, I feel
think
like
that
35 is the age where like shit really don't matter no more.
right. But I think that for sure, like even with our age group, like me being 32, I personally just could not see myself dating no dude that's 21 just because like you not that far removed from your teen years. That make me feel a little pedophile-ish. A little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's like I was already damn near in college when you was in elementary school still. I think, yeah. And it's just something about that don't sit right with my spirit.
This is
because
my
I wouldn't
rule.
want nobody doing that with one of my little sisters or little cousins or anything like that. I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable a little bit.
This is my rule. If I started cooking for myself when I was about 8 years old, right? I can make me a whole grilled cheese.
Right.
If I was cooking a grilled cheese and you was just being born, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. If I could have at least like babysat you at one point, because that means if I was 8 years older than you, that means I was 16 and you were 8. If I could have been your babysitter at one point in life, we don't got no business being in the same vicinity. Now, once I hit 35, once I hit 35, like I said, that don't matter if you 8 years older than me, whatever. But I feel like if I'm 30 years old, I'm not talking to somebody who's 22.
So do you think that when this happens, do you think that people are dating way younger because it's not as many options out there? Or do you think people are dating way younger because they know that young people are green? Because I feel like it's the latter, personally.
But we're going to get into that in a second. Because this drink is really good.
It is.
I got to ask so I don't get to cut up because I'm going to get back to that because that's a good question. But Ty, what we drinking today?
So we're gonna call this one the Lemon Head. Me and Drea were just talking about it.
So good.
She said that's what it reminds her of.
It tastes like a lemon head.
Yeah. So kind of nostalgic. This one has either tequila or vodka for Alexandria. I created a citrus and rosemary oleo, which is like a sugar oil. So that's kind of giving that tartness, yet a little bit of that sweet flavor. So it has some oranges, lemons, limes, rosemary in there. I added some grapefruit bitters to it, and then just a little bit of lemon juice just to kind of even it out so it's not too sweet. And then we garnished it with a sage leaf on top.
What did you say
this
it was
is
called?
Delicious.
Oleo?
I'm about to start going to the bar and be like, oleo me. I'm trying to tell you, Ty about to have my barling go all the way up there. I'm about to be going to the bar saying shit and they gonna be like, how you know what that is?
Is that the same thing as like garlic aioli?
No.
Oleo. Ice.
Oleo sacrum, which is, when it's translated, is sugar oil. So basically, like I had to vacuum seal the sugar with the peels of the lemon, lime, and the oranges.
Baby, you got machines over there. I know that right. This is amazing.
And
did you add oil to it?
No, so like when it sits, when you vacuum seal it, it sits in there. So the citrus, the oils, and the juices from the peels, they soak into the sugar.
Ooh, I like that.
And then it comes out, and then it's like kind of like an oil instead of it being like a syrup directly.
Got it.
She leaking. She's soaking wet.
All right.
Okay.
This is delicious.
It is good.
It's so good.
And now you gotta ask the bartender.
I'm gonna be like, do you have any oleo? And if they say no, I'm gonna be like, that's crazy. You're not a real bartender.
Let them know.
You gonna go to Chili's and ask for that, huh?
I don't even go to Chili's for real.
We went to Chili's for real.
We were at the airport.
Fine.
We talked about this the last time when Trey was here.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong though. I fuck with a little enchilada soup, and I fuck with the little, what is it called, the triple dipper. But I can't tell you the last time I actually went to a Chili's location.
Okay.
The airport is when I had it, and I ain't gonna lie, I did DoorDash that shit one time.
Ooh.
The little triple dipper. Cause it's good. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm too bougie for a little triple dipper. Cause I ain't.
Hey, them honey chicken crispers.
They be busting.
But
you know, when we had that soup, and I really used to fuck with the enchilada soup when I used to go to Chili's back in the day. You think so?
I think it wasn't that good.
It wasn't that good, and it only had like 2 pieces of chicken in it. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't. I didn't count my chicken pieces.
Like, where is the chicken? It's just giving enchilada.
Okay, we're going to get back to that. Y'all know this episode is brought to you by LS Cream Liqueur. Y'all make sure y'all go to your local liquor store, your local, wherever you get your liquor from, the bar. Make sure you request it. It is a black-owned liqueur. It is so good. We are still in the holiday season. and it's cold outside, you can drink this warm. Drea likes to add it to her coffee a little bit.
My coffee, my hot cocoa. I love to add it to everything, honestly. It's so good. You can also put it in desserts, y'all. If you want like to make some like boozy muffins or some shit like that.
Oh my God. I have a good
Yeah.
recipe for that.
Yeah,
So I used to work at a restaurant and they used to have like the brownie with the ice cream. And so they made it where you could like add a shot of the cream liqueur. We're not gonna name it because you know the competitors.
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all something. Make a chocolate brownie, put some ice cream on top, and add some LS on top. It is so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could probably make it into like a little, type of syrup and add the LS into it, or you can like even make some boozy,
Oleo.
or you can make some boozy ice cream.
Ooh, you getting creative.
Yeah, because now they have like those ice cream makers that make it super easy for you to make ice cream, and all you gotta do is like put it in like the little contraption, and then put it in the freezer overnight, and boom, you got ice cream. Add your little LS up in there.
I like that.
Don't
All
say
right,
I ain't never told you nothing. I get real crafty with the LS recipes.
I see. You should have entered
I
the
wish I could. I
contest.
I wish I could have.
You could have entered it anonymously.
Nah, I couldn't. You can't do it anonymously.
Well, you
They
should have
don't
entered
know
it through
who it is
somebody
to
else.
send you the money.
I know you could have entered it through somebody else, and y'all just bust that bit down.
Oh, you right. I really should have did it. No, that ain't right. That ain't
Okay,
right.
okay. Back to the topic. So you asked the question: Are people dating younger people because younger people are green, or what was the other one that you said?
Or because it's not that many
The-
options.
It depends on which gender we're talking about. Okay,
I think it's both on both sides.
the
The latter.
So, okay, tell me why you think that.
At least the examples that I have seen lately of women dating men that are younger than them, it's obviously like men who have a lot of money at a very young age. So they not up on game about how dating and relationships work, how women work. And I think that a lot of the time women be using niggas for their money. Like they be using these young niggas for their money and for a come up. I really do think that. And I think on the other side, when it comes to men, I think that this has been something that has been more publicized over the years, that people just kind of know it is what it is, because men have been doing this for so long. But like, men date younger women because they're easier to mold, they're easier to manipulate. They haven't been through as much in life yet, so they a little green, and it's easy to make them into the woman that you want them to be. Somebody that's 30 years old, somebody that's 32 years old is not going for that shit. Like a 35-year-old man date a woman that's 32, she not going for the same shit that a 22-year-old woman is going for. She not going for the same shit that even a 27-year-old woman is going for. And it doesn't seem like it's that big of an age gap between 27 to 32, but in maturity, it is.
It's a lot. You think about yourself at 27 versus 32.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And it's a big age gap in maturity. And men know that, so they prey up on that. Because, and then I also think men don't like to date women who really got their own bag and really got their own shit going on. And I think a lot of the time, the younger a woman is, she isn't really established in her career and stuff yet. Now, of course, you have rare cases and rare scenarios where like a girl might come from an affluent family, and she might have just been raised around money. But also, if we get into that, those type of girls are groomed to date certain type of niggas.
Right.
Anyways. And it ain't the ones that be, in my personal opinion, preying on young women.
Right.
Like, yeah.
So I feel like I agree with you as far as like the women. And I want to talk about this.
But for me, that's all it be with the women. I just think it solely be like, oh, this nigga young. I know my power. I know how I could like finesse and get him.
So this is the day and age we're living in. Like everybody wants to have that guy that, he pops up buying you shoes, buying you purses, taking you on trips. I get it. We all want that man, right? And a lot of girls like to portray themselves on social media like they are that girl. They just having their way, which it ain't no problem with it. If you having your way, have your way. I love it. I think we should all get treated like the queens that we are. But let me tell you something, ladies out there who are dating these young men. If you are 33, 34, 35, and you're the father of your children or child or the man that you're dating is like 23 and under, you are not that girl. You are not the girl you think you are. Because
you said if they 30 plus.
Yeah, if you're 30, if you're in your 30s 30 and older, and you're dating somebody who is barely 21, 21, 22, or younger, and they may be an entrepreneur or an athlete, a rapper, whatever the case may be, and this is your like claim to fame or claim to money, and like we all know why you're having this child, you're not that girl that you think you are. Because you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I do see women that are my age. I'm 34. I see 34-year-old women who date men their age, and they're really having their way. Because like Drea said, a man is gonna date a younger woman because she's easier to mold. But I see some men feel like, you know what? Yeah, she's not 22, but I want to step up for her because I fuck with her because this is a good woman. And I don't want to lose her, so I'm going to do what I have to do because I'm not slipping up on this. So y'all really not the girl that you think you are if you have to go rob the cradle to get the things that you want out of a man.
Not robbing the cradle.
Yeah, you hoes need to stay out the fucking nursery center, bitch. You hoes be literally at these college games scouting. And I know it. I've seen the conversations now. Yeah. I know what's going on. Y'all can't put it past Auntie.
It's real sad.
It's real weird. It is real weird out here. Like, I feel like I said, if you are hanging out with a nigga and he like turning on Disney Channel, he keeps seeing what's on Disney Channel, that's not the man for you, sis.
Okay, Disney Channel is a stretch.
No. We was watching Disney Channel in high school.
We're not talking about people that are still in high school. If you're in your 30s and you're dating someone in high school, we have a bigger problem than him.
These people be 18.
You a fucking pervert.
These people be 18. They met these people when they're 18. They keep it on the low, but this ain't something that just happened and popped out. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, but I think that's debatable because I think sometimes it really do be like women that be in their 30s and they be meeting somebody that's 23 and start dating them when they 23.
That's happening. It be so many young niggas in my DMs.
I don't necessarily think it's always like a scouting thing. I think sometimes it just happen, but then when the person tell them how old they are, it's not a red flag for them. They still be like, okay, I'm sorry. If somebody tells me that they 23, it's nothing I could do with you.
Bro,
I can't do nothing with you.
Ugh.
And I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you got going on. It's not nothing I could do with you.
A 23-year-old man, I know y'all don't be cleaning your house right.
And it's just,
y'all don't know how to do laundry.
Yeah, and it's just it's not even about that though, because it's like, if a nigga rich, who worried about those type of trivial things? Like, I'm not worried about you doing laundry. We can get a nanny.
I mean, but it's the
I mean, not a nanny, a housekeeper, yeah. But it's just like, so I'm not necessarily worried about that, but for me, it's just a mental level. Like, I think men already mature at a slower rate than women already. And so if you add the fact that you already 10 years younger than me, like I'm already 10 years your senior, what the fuck do we have in common? What are we going to talk about?
Bro, think about the conversations.
Yeah, like what are we going to talk about? The maturity level is just not there. And that's what I don't have time for. I don't care about whether or not you know how to do laundry. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really learn how to do laundry till I was 18. But I talked about that before.
Exactly, but that's
because my dad and my mom always did my laundry until I went to college.
But that's what I'm saying. And I don't mean like, I just mean like the maturity level. Like, even though like you're finding a 40-year-old man, you're like, yeah, if he has money, he'll have a maid. But I bet you if something happens and the maid can't show up for 2 weeks, maybe she got COVID, hey, you know what? I have to do the laundry while she's out. That's what I mean, like little stuff like that. When I think of a man who can take care of a household, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who can run shit, who got things going on. I don't want to be with a 23-year-old person. I don't want to be with I don't even date 30-year-old men. I mean, I'm older than you. I'm 34. I don't even, listen, the lowest I'll go is 2 years younger than me. That's the most I'll go. That's it. 2 years. That is it. I can't do it. Because every time, if I talk to somebody who's even like 30, I can just tell that they're 30.
Yeah, I've only ever dated somebody that was like 1 year younger than me. I remember one time, I gave that boy my number.
Yes. When you said that, I said yes, because it was like a week. Not even a week. He was like, ugh.
Y'all, oh my God. Like, so it was this guy. He played football or whatever. And he was trying to talk to me. We was at some event. I can't remember what event we were at, but we was at something together doing some shit for Poor Minds. And like, he was trying to talk to me. He wanted my number. I gave him my number. He told me how old he was. Because this was before I turned 30.
Yeah.
So I was either like, I think I was like 28.
Yeah, 29, 28, 29.
I think I was like 28. Because this was pre-pandemic. Because I turned 29 during the pandemic. So I was like 28. So he had to be maybe like 25 23 or 24.
Still had the bib on.
And I gave him my number, y'all. And when I tell y'all, after like 4 or 5 days of texting this nigga, I was like, this ain't gonna work. He's too fucking immature. Y'all, he was getting so mad at me because I didn't answer the phone every time he called me. Or I didn't text him back every single time he texted me like 5 minutes later. He was like, you playing on my top. Nigga, I'm busy.
And he was like, on some like, you know who I am type shit.
Yeah, and then he felt like, oh, you know who I am. You should be like texting me back with the quickness. And it's like, I'm not even not texting you back purposely. Like, I'm busy. I have shit going on. But the fact that you're like low key trying to go off on me and charge me up about this shit, we not on the same level mentally. I feel like men who are mentally on your level just not about to trip on you about those type of things. They know that you got shit going on. And I think it's also very obvious, too, when somebody is interested in you. So it was kind of also one of them situations like, nigga, read the room.
Read the room. That diaper
Because if I really wanted to talk to you, you definitely wouldn't be having to text me about me not texting you back. I think when people want to talk to you, you don't have to say nothing to them. They gonna respond with the quickness. You don't have to like be like, oh, you forgot to text me back. 9 times out of 10, they ain't forget.
He needed his baba.
But yeah, it just wasn't for me. And that was literally the only time in my life that I ever like gave someone way younger than me my number. And it did not go anywhere because I was just like, I can't do it. I definitely don't see. And he was only like 5 years, 4 or 5 years younger than me. I really do not see how y'all be talking to niggas that be 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, 15 years younger than y'all.
And I think for the male side, like when they date younger women, I think it's like you said, they feel like
it gotta be a money play.
What you talking about for the women?
Yes.
It's not got to.
Be about the money.
It is. I'm sorry. That's going to lead into the next topic.
Or, sometimes, like, because cougars have been a thing for a long time. And sometimes it's also a manipulation thing, too. Because sometimes older women just be wanting younger men because they know, again, same thing with how men feel about women not being on a certain level mentally and knowing that they can manipulate them and control the situation. I think that women do that, too, sometimes.
Well, I think
it's
the
cougar
control thing, I don't look at it as a control thing. I always looked at cougars being horny. Like, they look for younger men because their sex drive is so high. That's how cougars were brought to me. Like, I never watched Sex in the City, but I remember seeing a scene where, like, Samantha was dating a younger man one time. And it was like, it was like because of her sex drive. So when I was first introduced to, like, cougars being a thing, it was always because they want to have sex and men their age couldn't have sex with them like they wanted to. Because we all know the older women get, the higher the sex drive is. So when I think of cougars, I never think of it as a situation that she's taking seriously. Like, for example, I know you don't watch Real Housewives of Potomac, but there's a character on there, Giselle, and she's dating a guy that's like 20 years younger than her. But she's like, oh, we're just having fun. We're just having fun. And when she says that, I'm just like, it just sounds like she just trying to get her rocks off. You know what I'm saying? She trying to get that little thing rub. You know what I'm saying? So when I think of the word cougar, I always just think of it as like, you just trying to get that long, strong, and it's time to get the friction on.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both, though. Let me play devil's advocate a little bit. I think it's a little bit of both parties using each other. However, though, I just feel like as the elder in the situation.
The elder is crazy.
Bitch, as the senior,
the
elder,
55 plus, you're a senior citizen.
I'm not talking about that so much. I'm talking about like people our age who be dating like the 20-something year olds.
I'm an elder.
Like, yes, it's like as the elder, I think it be sometimes both people are trying to use each other. Like I think sometimes like young niggas, they be wanting like that seasoned bad bitch.
They do though.
And then sometimes sometimes with the girls, I think they just be wanting a nigga who gon' like pay their way. And like pay to play and you know what I mean, buy them things and do what they need to do and take them on trips and all that shit. But like I said, these are like 22, 23, 24, 25-year-old people. As the elder, as the person in their 30s, bitch, you know better.
You know better.
So you really the one that's in the wrong.
It's so crazy because when I think about how many like, it's always athletes though that slide in my DMs. And they're always so young. And I know a lot of women would have a field day, like in my DMs, like, girl, you crazy. I'm like, this is a child to me. Like, this is a little kid to me. Like, I have a cousin. I be thinking about my little cousin whenever they slide. I'm like, okay, no, but I got somebody for you. What? Auntie is way too much for you, little boy.
Yeah, I be feeling like that too when like young dudes be up in my DMs. It just be like, I'm not interested, Bookie.
I know. I'd be like, oh, that's cute. Like, I'm a grown ass woman
And then
for
when you
real.
tell them, "Oh, you too young," I ain't young and I got money. I don't care about how much
They
money you have.
and you know what? They don't even say that. They be like, that don't mean nothing. I'm mature. I can handle it. I'd be like, okay. That's why you can't. Cause a real nigga ain't even gonna explain himself. He's gonna be like, all right.
I just hate when people think that just because they 21 they grown. Just because you of age do not mean that you grown. It do not mean that you mature.
Cause 21.
You just old enough to drink now. You old enough to get into the club. You old enough to do adult things, but that doesn't mean that your mind is really operating on an adult level. Because just 2 years ago, you was in high school. 3 years ago, you was in high school.
Child, I'll tell you this. 21. You cannot do nothing for me. Okay? Let's get into the next topic. What's up, y'all? It's your girl XP.
And it's your girl, Dre, Nicole.
And y'all know it is a new year, so everybody's on their healthy things, trying to save money and all that good stuff. So HelloFresh.com is the place for you.
Yes, I love HelloFresh because I don't always have time to go to the grocery store with my busy lifestyle and everything. So I love getting my ingredients delivered pre-portioned to my doorstep. So when it's time to cook, I don't even have to worry about measuring anything because everything is already in the box.
Yes, and the good thing that HelloFresh is doing right now is they're giving you free breakfast for life. So as long as you're subscribed to HelloFresh.com, they're going to send you a free breakfast item with each delivery box. I don't know about y'all, but I love free food.
Me too.
So what you're going to do is go to HelloFresh.com/PourMindsFree and use code PourMindsFree. That's HelloFresh.com/PourMindsFree and use the code PourMindsFree. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. It's going to save you money, time, and you can eat healthy. Go to HelloFresh.com/PourMindsFree and use code PourMindsFree for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/PourMindsFree with code PourMindsFree. America's #1 meal kit. So that kind of goes into the next topic of we're going to talk on the women's side. So do you feel like there's not enough men for us all to get married? Like, are some women delusional for feeling like, okay, my fairy tale is on the way, it's coming? Like, do you feel like everybody's gonna get married?
No, I don't. Because it's not going to happen. Realistically speaking, it's not enough niggas on the planet.
I think there is, though.
It's not.
Enough.
Population-wise, like if you really look it up, the world is more populated with women than men.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that. Let me look it up real quick.
Especially over here.
I know it's bad in Atlanta. Ratio of women to men. Are we saying in the world? In the world, Craig? Oh, no, it's about the same.
It's about the same.
It says approximately 101 males to 100 females. That was a 2020 estimate. It says, more precisely, out of 1,000 people, 504 are men and 496 are women. That's what it says.
So it's like a little bit less women.
Yeah. So it's about the same. It's about the same for the world. For the world.
But in America, for sure, yeah, no.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
You want me to look it up in the
You can look it
U.S.?
up.
Okay, we gonna see, child, because I'm getting nervous.
Why you getting nervous?
Because I want to get married.
I mean, I don't feel like that necessarily mean you won't get married. I just think that a lot of people that want to get married not gonna get married.
So in the U.S., it's 97 males for every 100 females.
So it's a little bit more women here.
Yeah, it's a
too.
little bit more women here. Well, this was in, well, let me look at the year. Yeah, this was in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
That was in 2023. So this is what I have to say about that. I honestly feel like the only reason people won't get married, because I believe there is somebody for everybody. I truly believe that.
Well, then why people die and ain't never been married?
You know why? It's because people get stuck in their ways. I'm not name dropping or saying anything, but I saw a clip the other day with Shannon Sharp and Kirk Franklin talking, right?
I saw that clip too.
And it just shocked me because Shannon Sharp is an attractive man. He makes money. He's very successful. He's very intelligent. But I just could not believe that he was still arguing and going back with somebody about 50-50 on dates. And I'm not saying like that's why he's single because I don't know him personally, but I honestly feel like a lot of times if somebody is single, and I don't know if he's single or not. I was just using that for example because I know a lot of people like that are kind of like stuck in their ways.
Thank
and
you.
I think the main thing about relationships are about compromise. And I think that a lot of people, the older they kind of get stuck in their ways. You know, they always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But I believe, like, you know, if you want companionship and you want somebody there, you know, you're going to have to bend a little one too. There's no such thing as a perfect couple.
I think you can't teach a know-it-all new tricks. I don't even think it have nothing to do with age.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's plenty of people who, like, old people were once young people. And they was stubborn and didn't want to do better and didn't want to grow when they were young. So I don't think it has anything to do with like necessarily your age.
Yeah.
Because I just think some people just think that they know everything and they have it figured out. But I definitely don't think everybody's going to get married because I look at older people, like older generations. There's plenty of people in my mom's age group. There's plenty of people in... Like, I have aunts and stuff that are in their 50s and 60s. They have not ever been married or anything yet either. And it's not to say that it couldn't still happen, but it haven't happened. And so I feel like if that's the case for the older generations, and I feel like they had more of a chance to get married than we do. In our generation, I feel like our generation is just completely fucked. Everybody feel like they got so many options, and I think that that's the problem too. Why a lot of people not gonna get married because everybody always think, "Oh, I could do better. I could find better." But sometimes, and a lot of the time, you can. Like if you know a nigga ain't shit, yeah, stop fucking with that nigga. It's certain red flags. You stupid to keep fucking with a nigga.
Right.
You should leave him the fuck alone. And same thing, vice versa. Because I'm not gonna just make this a woman only thing. Men too. Like it's certain situations that you in dealing with women. You know you need to leave that bitch alone. You know she not wife material. You know she's not gonna be a good mother and X, Y, and Z, whatever the case may be. But I also just feel like everybody think they got so many options that they just be so ready to leave a person alone and leave a situation alone. And it could be off the smallest thing because social media has made us feel like, well, I don't got to deal with this shit. I can go find I can go find shit elsewhere. Or you're looking up to other couples because they look good online, but you don't know all of the strife and all of the bullshit that they dealing with off camera.
And that's why y'all be shocked when couples go through a public breakup. You be like, oh my God, that's why.
They look so happy.
Let me go back to that point you were making because I found another statistic.
Okay.
Because I don't want the women to think we're getting on them because I'm not surprised by this. It says 28%, this is in 2023, 28% of 40-year-old men have never been married versus the 22% of women who have never been married. Because I always see a fact that...
Hold on, you said 48%?
No. I said 28%
of men
versus 22% of women.
Okay.
So more men are unmarried than women are. And I know that because like I said, I feel like it's always kind of the men like women, like we're natural nurturers, lovers. So I meet more women who are willing to kind of like bend their rules a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So most of the time, they'll tell you in nursing homes, most of the time it's men there. Like the men are kind of like dying old and they don't have anybody around them to take care of them. The women, if they're in there, they have family that's coming to see them. Their spouse has passed away. But most of the time, when I hear the stories of things like that, that's why I was like, let me look up this statistic because although we feel like, okay, you know, women, we gotta do this and do that so we can get a husband. These men, y'all need to do X, Y, Z so y'all can make sure y'all get a wife. Because it's y'all that are ending up alone.
Yeah.
And by y'allself. It's not us.
Yeah.
So it's really like the men have to do better. Statistically speaking.
Bitch, I think everybody needs to fucking do better. I think it's on both sides.
Yeah,
like
I
think
agree.
men and women need to do better.
Yeah.
Like I just think our generation is fucked up when it comes to like marriage and even just marriage, partnership, all of that shit, and even just valuing being a partner to somebody.
I agree.
Everybody just thinks that they have so many options and they think that I got forever to find it. And in reality, that's just not the case. Like, yeah, I think everybody wants to be optimistic and feel like I'm gonna be the one that find my soulmate. But
you know how of a blessing it is to find your soulmate?
Right.
But it's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Because I feel like even a lot of people that are married, they aren't necessarily with their soulmate. They with somebody where it was like, okay,
Ooh,
We gonna make it work.
Talk about
You
it.
good enough. You good enough. You check off enough of the boxes. And he looking at her like, okay, you check off enough of the boxes. Let's do it. Because this kind of goes back to what we was talking about the other week when I was saying, I think that some people just want to be married just for the idea of partnership. It doesn't even have nothing to do with being in love.
And I think that's kind of what holds me back a lot. And I know that's what holds you back too. 'Cause
What?
I feel like every time we date people, they always like want to be in a relationship with us. They always want to, and I feel like it'd be something in me. Like I need that spark. I need love. Like I crave partnership. I've never hid that about myself. Like I love love. I love romance, but I'm not gonna just be with anybody just because they like me or because they feel like they love me. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to feel like I'm with my soulmate. I need that feeling. Like I have to have that. So that's crazy that you said that because I seen a TikTok the other day and this girl was like basically telling a story about like how her best friend was getting married, which I think is weird when y'all share people's stories and it be all they tea. But anyways, she was basically saying her best friend is getting married. So she was like getting her bag together to go stay the night at a hotel. She was taking her friend's phone. So her fiance, they were getting married next week. So her fiance couldn't see her location because she was going hook up with like the love of her life for the last time. But it was like he was always like never ready and never this. But she was like, that was the love of her life. But she had this guy over here who loved her in XYZ. And I'm just like, that is horrible. That is horrible for him, horrible for her, because it's like you got to spend the rest of your life being like, what if? Or wishing that this man was that man. He probably dead in love with you. He don't even know you in love with somebody else. But you want to get married so bad, you're like, okay, I just have to go ahead and go do it.
I don't know. I just feel like, bitch, I'm just a stiff ass bitch, number one, naturally. And I'm just like very fickle. I feel like that be my problem with relationships. Like, literally, I will like you one day and then tomorrow I'll be like, I'm cool on this nigga. Like, I don't like him no more. My feelings for people really be that fleeting a lot of the time. And so I just feel like one of the bigger problems with our generation, again, is that people want to emulate and be like what they see online. If you a lover, be a lover. Stop letting the world and stop letting podcasts, stop letting people make you feel like you need to be a hard ass bitch and you need to be stiff on niggas. If you a lover, be a lover. Don't let, and that's not to say let people walk over you, but just be you, be yourself. Like when all the shit that I talk about on this show and saying how I have been over the years and how I move, I really move that way because that's just me. That's just really how I am. If anything, it's been hard for me to step into like a vulnerable space and really being like open to love for the most part. Because I don't know, it's easier for me to not deal with emotions, but that's just who I am. And those are things that I also have to figure out and have figured out over the years where that stems from. Because a lot of time when you have those type of things going on with you, it's a deeper rooted issue. So you have to figure out where it stems from. But that just have been who I am. It's not that I'm like, oh, I don't want to fall in love. Fuck these niggas because that shit is cool. Like, no, because the shit really not cool. It's cool right now until you 70 and you by yourself.
And that's how I am.
Because you always felt like you could do better and find better options.
I am a lover girl down. Love me down. I love love. I love to be in love. I love to feel, tell me again. I want to be lovers and friends with my nigga. I like to make sweet, sweet love under the blue corn moon, baby. I love everything about love. And you know what? That's something that I realized about myself that I embrace. I love that about myself, but there's always like two sides to things because I know I fall quick. I know I start, and then it's like when it turns out not to be what I thought it was, I'd be like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I think like
bitch, my heart got a fucking set of pit bulls and a barbed wire around it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely
I don't
does.
be falling quick for shit. Like if I fall in love with a nigga, it's because you have really shown me that you somebody worth trusting. I feel like that's why I'm in the situation I'm in right now, because it takes somebody to really come into my life and like make me have to let my guard down. Like it's not gonna happen easy. And it's not to say I'm trying to give you a hard time on purpose, because I'm not. But you definitely got to put out all the stops.
Yeah. And I'll say this, I think for people in general, finding love is a journey. And I think that's the issue with everybody. They don't want to go on the journey because like me being like a lover girl, like I be knowing the difference between like being in love with somebody or having love for somebody. Because I meet people, I'm like, man, I really fuck with this person. But I know I love them. You know, they're a part of my daily routine, but I know I'm not in love with them. Because love is a journey. And I know when I'm really in it with somebody, because you have to wake up and choose this person. Like, you have to wake up and be like, okay, I am so mad, but my love for them trumps the madness. Your love for somebody has to really trump whatever else that you're feeling, because you can't just quit it. It's something that you can't quit. It's not an on and off switch. You know what I'm saying? And I think I can honestly say I've been like in love. I can honestly say like one time. So after like really going through that experience and going through the ups and downs, I was like, okay, so this is what love is. And that shit is hard, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it's gonna be somebody who's even better for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think the work is what scares people too. Nobody wants to work for nothing. They look at the Instagram couples, they look at the TikTok couples, and they all they see is them doing their little dances and going on their trips. Bitch, you don't realize they was arguing all the way down to the goddamn airport. They wasn't even sitting up with each other on the fucking airplane. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that. They don't see the trials and the tribulations that it takes to really be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, getting back to the topic, I think that, do I believe that everybody will get married? No. Do I think that they can? Yes. But you have to be willing to do the work, and people don't want to do the work that a relationship requires. That's how I feel. Everybody will be married if they will be willing to do the work and willing to stop talk. You have to talk. You have to communicate. Use your words. Like,
I mean, I don't even think I don't agree with that, only because it's also people who don't want to get married.
well, that's true.
A lot of people who don't want to get
about the
married.
people
So that's
that do
another
wanna get
reason why everybody ain't gonna never be married, because it's a lot of people who don't even want that.
Well, yeah, well, we're speaking on the people who do want to get married.
Not necessarily. We was just talking about people not getting married, like everybody not getting married.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I don't count the people who don't want to get married, because why we have them in a conversation like, you don't want to get married?
Because that's another reason why everybody might not get married, because it's a lot of people that don't want to. So then if it's a lot of people that don't want to, then
do you think
the not as, you know what I mean? Like, it's those people, you can't count them. It's like you can only count the people that want to
get married. But that would also go into, like, do you think the ratio of people who don't want to get married is even with men and women? Or do you think it's like more women who don't want to get married or more men who don't want to get married?
I think it's more men that don't want to get married. And this is my opinion. I think it's more men that don't want to get married, but I think now in our generation, those numbers are not necessarily equal, but like the woman side of it is rising.
Oh, it's rising
because I think a lot of women these days don't want to get married. I think back in the day, women had to get married for financial stability, for status, for all of these things that they couldn't do on their own. You had to have a man. You had to be in a relationship. I even talked about this before, like with my mom. My mom is older. She's in her 70s. And when she first moved out of her parents' house and got her first apartment, she couldn't even get furniture back then without having a man to sign for it or not having a husband. So my grandfather literally had to like go down to the furniture place with her to sign and help her get her furniture.
That's crazy.
So back in the day, women literally needed a man for everything, which is a part of the reason why I feel like the numbers for marriage were so high back then. Because as a woman, could you really succeed without having a husband?
Right.
9 times out of 10, no. But that goes into why was so much abuse and all type of other shit in the home that women still put up with, outside babies, all of this bullshit. But our grandmothers and great grandmothers put up with the shit because they needed the niggas.
It was so crazy.
Now women don't need niggas no more. Like, they don't necessarily need a nigga no more. So I think it's way more women who don't want to get married. But I still feel like it's more men, because honestly, men can do what they want.
It's so crazy because they used to have families living across the street from each other. Like a man would have a family right here and a family right, like that. Is so that's just mind.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's like literally.
We need to have an older woman on the show.
It's
like an older
crazy.
Unmarried woman, or like somebody that went through it. Like that we need to talk.
Yeah, so I feel like these days it's definitely a lot of women that don't want to get married. But like I said, I definitely think it's more men because at the end of the day, men can just always unfortunately that's just how society is, especially here in America. Like men can literally just do whatever they want.
You're right though,
and they
because
can
they look at a man, like if you see an older man that's single, he's a bachelor.
Yeah.
You know, he's got his money. He's probably, and you see an older woman that's
she
single.
an old lonely bitch.
Ooh, something wrong. What's wrong with her?
Yeah.
She lonely. It's always something bad. So
harsh words, but I'm just saying
that's
what
they say.
Yeah,
Not
I'm just
that
saying
we
what I see
that.
online. Like she an old lonely bitch. What's wrong with her?
That's why
yeah.
Justin Bieber made that song. He said he was gonna make one less lonely girl.
But yeah, long story short, everybody ain't
you were a
married.
believer. That's why she smacked her lips. The believers know. Y'all remember when he did that on that video and he was like, it's gonna be one less lonely nigga. Justin, I will never forgive you for that. He was wilding.
Anyways, back to what the fuck we was talking about.
Shame on you.
Long story short, all y'all ain't getting married. And Lexa keep trying to soften the blow for y'all ass, but it is what it is. Everybody ain't getting married.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, XP.
And it's your girl, Drea Nicole.
And we are here to tell y'all about rocketmoney.com. I don't know about y'all, but I hate wasting money. And I always sign up for subscriptions, and I forget that I have them.
Girl, me too. Like, I always be forgetting about all of the subscriptions that I have. And one thing that makes me not want to cancel them is just the thought of having to sit on the phone with customer service for like an hour, 30 minutes. You know, it be taking forever. But you can literally cancel it with the tap of your finger from the app. And they have saved a lot of people a lot of money. Yes. Over $500 million in cancel subscriptions.
I know that's right. You can save up to $720 a year. You know what I can do with $720?
A lot.
A lot. I buy a whole car.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
that's a different subject.
That,
but anyways, we're going to go to rocketmoney.com/poor minds. That's rocketmoney.com/poor minds and save you some money, y'all. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/poor minds. That's rocketmoney.com/poor minds. rocketmoney.com/poor minds. Okay. So now it's time to get into the bed. Bow.
The bed.
Bow.
The bed.
Bow. 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 I wanted to talk about this today because I had posted a picture and somebody commented on it, and it was really, y'all know me, I'm a very vulgar, open, wild girl, but it really disturbed me to the core. All he said was 4 words. Till the room stank. And I said, till the room stank, with a question mark. And he repeated himself. He said, till the room stank. So it intrigued me. And
that intriguing you is nuts.
Yes, it intrigued me because I see people say that all the time, and I want to know, what does that mean? What does it mean to the room stank?
Intrigue is crazy, though.
Yes, like I was like, I'm curious. It's intriguing. I want to know. I want to know.
I don't want to do nothing to the room stank. If the room starts stinking, then something is wrong.
Something wrong, right?
Something wrong or ain't never been right.
But okay, so but this is what,
because it shouldn't be stinking.
This is the conclusion that I came to, though. Sometimes when you have sex with a condom, maybe it got a little dry. You know, it maybe the smell of burnt rubber. No? I ain't used the condom in a long time, so I don't know.
Something burning, it ain't the rubber.
Well, that's why I don't know. Like, what does that mean till the room stank? Like, where did that come from?
I don't know what it mean either, because I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want to do nothing to where the room stank.
I don't either.
I have never had sex in a room stank.
I ain't either, but I see people say this constantly. They use that they be like, oh, I want to do it till the room stank. How did that even come about?
Maybe they booty cheeks clapping, the nigga.
Why your nigga booty cheeks stink? That twerk wind be funky?
Maybe like as he hitting it is.
I don't like that.
And then it starts sweating and maybe he ain't white good. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some scenarios.
Okay, that's a good scenario to think about.
Maybe he ain't white good, and then as he's clapping,
to the room,
it's illuminated.
Okay, now we getting somewhere.
Yeah.
So one, could be the nigga twerk when funky.
Yeah.
So I still think when the condom is dry and your pussy dry, it's smelling like a tire rubber. Skirt, skirt.
But is it hot?
It may be a little hot. It may be a little hot. I do feel like.
Because I personally don't like to do it with the fan on.
Why?
Because I don't.
You be airing that pussy out.
You do. No, not airing it out. I feel like it be too cold.
That pussy be shivering.
Like I like to have sex and it be like humid.
That's your pussy be doing like that?
What?
That's what your pussy be doing when it's cold?
No, bitch.
Okay,
I just don't like having sex with the fan on because I feel like I don't want it to be cold when I'm having sex. Like, who likes a cold room when they having sex? And maybe that's why niggas be saying to the room stink. Because obviously none of us like a room that's cold. Maybe niggas be musty.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Or maybe she be musty.
Ooh, maybe they both musty.
Maybe they both musty. Maybe they both musty.
You got some good scenarios.
Did you ever think that Ja Rule said that on that song? It was just me.
Did Ja Rule say what, Drea?
If you put it on me, you must have. I know he said must be. Like, now I know it's...
No, I never thought Ja Rule said that.
But I thought he said musty.
Why would he want you to put it on him if you're musty?
Because he was saying to the room stink.
To the room
If
stink.
you put it on me, you musty.
Okay, so you had some pretty good scenarios.
Nah, it's funky in here.
Or maybe...
I got some scenarios. Musty.
Or maybe, and we all know the
maybe
given...
when her breath stink.
Ooh, funky breath. No, because when I think of doing it to the room stank, you don't have to do it to the room stank because your breath already stunk when you walked in.
And breath don't linger.
Yeah, breath don't linger.
It
So that
goes away.
No, so we won't count that one.
It go away.
But obviously, maybe her vagina doesn't smell fresh.
I got another one.
What?
What if he got athlete's foot?
Ooh.
Y'all know y'all like them athletes.
So maybe y'all were
Right.
doing it and like, it's like a random sexcapade and y'all on like the tabletop in the kitchen. So he's still fully dressed. You just lifted up your skirt. Y'all getting a quickie in, but then it starts getting real good. And then he takes his clothes off and he takes them socks off and to the room stank with the athlete's foot.
Like how the cartoons used to be. Remember that
the green
smoke?
But when I think of to the room stank, I'm thinking about genitals, like the genitals doing something odd. I'm thinking of like the twerk win. That was a good one. Or maybe to the room stank. Maybe he was busting it up so hard you fought it. You fought it during sex one time. To the room stank, bitch. And Dre, remember you was like, "Ooh, my pussy."
I did say that I farted, but I also said he did not know that it wasn't my pussy
But
because it didn't stink, bitch. So that wasn't a good example.
Damn.
However, sometimes though, when y'all be fucking, y'all had just finished eating beans, so it probably do stink.
I know. I ain't never farted during
I'm
sex.
not gonna lie, and this is sidebar, but bean fart is different.
You know what? I think my stomach is so used to it.
Really?
When people be like, you eat so many beans, I'm like, no, they really don't. I got a stomach made of steel,
I cannot eat beans if I know I'm about to hang with a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Or I gotta have some Beano.
Girl, be for real. You ain't never took no goddamn Beano.
Yes, I have, and it worked.
Anyway.
My mama used to have it, so that's how I found out it really...
Don't be putting Barbara business out there, bitch.
That's why it's called Beano gas.
So, Beano gas?
Beano gas.
Okay.
I'm serious.
So, to the room stank
To the room stank could be a fart, though. That was a good point.
So that's what we're going to come to the conclusion. To the room stank is either his twerk when it's funky, athlete's foot, they're both musty, it's too hot in the room.
Your coochie could be musty,
Your
too.
coochie could stink, or he beat it up till one of y'all fought it.
Till one of y'all farted is crazy. Because why did he fart?
Can I ask y'all a
I
question?
understand why the girl farted. Because sometimes you be in a compromising position. Like if your booty tooted up in the air, it's harder to clench your cheeks.
I know why.
But
can I ask the men something? Have y'all ever busted a nut and farted? That a real nigga. Because sometimes you gotta squeeze that nut out. You might bust a nut and fart.
You farted and busted a nut?
No, I said for the men. I've never farted during sex. I haven't.
I'm talking about period. Have you ever farted while busting a nut?
No.
That could be a solo act.
A solo act is crazy.
Yeah. Because I know how you get down.
No.
When I go to Lex house, I'm never sitting on the bed, ever.
You shouldn't.
I just sit on the couch.
Thank you. Well, that ain't safe either. Okay, so y'all, we haven't done this in a... Well, let us know what y'all think till the room stank means, okay?
I don't know, but something is wrong. That's all I'm going to say. Something wrong. The room should not stink.
I agree. Okay, so now, before we get into the next topic, we haven't done this in a long time. I wanted to break some lyrics down today because I was listening to this song the other day and I was quite disturbed. I haven't listened to this song in a very long time, but when I listened to it the other day, I was like, what is going on? So we're going to break down these lyrics real quick. 21 Questions by 50 Cent. Do you remember this song? How old were you when this song came out?
Probably like 11, 10, 11. I was in middle school. I was either in elementary school or middle school.
And you liked the song,
let me
right?
Google it and see what year it came out.
Did you like the song?
Yeah, I liked it. It was a good song.
Okay.
Nate Dogg was in it.
Who? Yeah, Nate Dogg.
So
Rest
this
in
was
peace.
before Nate Dogg died.
Okay, so the first thing 50 Cent says, if I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? Well, that's not bad. I mean, tomorrow is just a day away. What did Annie say? We're only a day away. A day away, I can do. If you fell off tomorrow, I'll probably still love you.
But how you fall off in one day? That's a lie. You been fell off. You was been falling off. You just not telling me.
I mean, something can happen. He could say something and get canceled, or he could get fired and lose everything. Like things can happen. A lot can happen in 24 hours. So that one wasn't bad.
That's
if I
true.
fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? Drea says no. I say yes. Second question. If I didn't smell so good, would you still hug me?
So you done fell off and you musty. And you stink.
Because why do you stink? But niggas was really rapping this in the club. If I didn't smell so good, would you still hug me? Now,
It came out in 2003, so I was 12.
Yeah, so that I was 14. So unless you like just got done working out, but if you just like walking around in the store and you stink, I don't like that.
Cause why are you?
If I got locked up and sentenced to a quarter century,
Absolutely.
could I count on you to be there and to support me mentally?
Absolutely not. When the judge take away my loyalty too. They both gone. Your freedom and my loyalty.
Because how long is a century? 100 years?
Yes, and a quarter.
A quarter, 25
years.
years, bro.
Yeah.
And why did you say century? That makes it sound worse. Like, just say 25 years. A quarter century is wild. No. To ask somebody to hold you down, okay.
Could you love me in a Bentley? Could you love me on a bus? That's a big drastic change, though. Why we couldn't go from could you love me in a Bentley to could you love me in a Honda? A bus? From the Bentley to the bus is insane.
Hey, but wait, I didn't get to the good one. He said, I'm asking questions to find out how you feel inside. If I ain't rap because I flip burgers at Burger King, would you be ashamed to tell your friends that you feeling me? Yes, hoe-ass nigga. Yes. Nobody care about them flame broiled grilled burgers, god damn it.
Maybe not back then, though, because, like...
No.
Nah, maybe not back then. Burger King was lit back then. Like, a nigga with a Burger King job could have made it back then. No, for real.
Lit?
I'm saying not lit, but he could have made it. He could have made it. He could have had him a bad one. These days, no, absolutely not.
Okay. I don't agree with you on that. We'll agree to disagree.
So you disagree? So when you was 16, you wouldn't have dated a nigga that worked at Burger King?
Okay, but we're talking about adults. 50 Cent was an adult when this came out.
I'm thinking about where I was at in life.
No, we're talking about being a grown adult because 50 Cent was an adult when he wrote this and you were torturing these women. Because why would you be asking a woman all these questions as a grown man?
Because he used to work at Burger King.
50 Cent ain't never worked at no damn Burger King. And that'd be the problem. These men with all this money and all this and that, they want to ask you to do things that you don't even require. Like you don't need to ask these questions. You're 50 Cent. And also, before we move on, I love you like a fat kid love cake is not a bar. That shit was ass. That was ass.
Saying it was ass when you used to be in the mirror singing it is crazy.
I was singing it. That's why I'm talking about it. I love you like a fat kid loves cake does not go hard.
But nah, niggas really did used to be saying crazy shit on the songs.
That's
we
what
really
I'm
used to be in the
saying.
well, not in the club because we wasn't in the club. But we used to be really like with our AirPods, like
I love you like a fat kid love cake. You know my style. I say anything to make you smile.
girl.
My boyfriend rapped that to me one time, and I was like, I was also 14. He was rapping it to a grown ass woman, and she was like,
I don't think so.
You're 40, bitch.
Remember Megan Good was in this video looking cute as fuck?
Megan Good still answering 21 questions if you want to keep it real. I mean,
all right, bro.
I'm sorry, Megan.
Well,
Good.
Megan, guess we're never gonna have you on the show.
Oh, it was just a
I love
jokey
you, girl.
joke. All right, so now it's time to get into the bop. Hey.
The bow.
Ow.
The bow.
Okay, y'all. My bop of the week this week, I have ran this song in the ground. I'm an R&B girl to the heart. And I just feel like her pen game is just unmatched. I feel like when I think about women who are great R&B writers, this is somebody I always bring up in conversation. Money Long has a song called Made for Me. And it is so good. It is so good. So if y'all don't know who Money Long is, she had the song Hours and Hours, and then The Time Machine. She's just really dope. She's been in the game for a very, very long time. And when I tell you this is a beautiful song, it kind of goes into what we were talking about earlier about just like not giving up on love and, you know, being there like you were made for me, like body to body, skin to skin. Like
body to body. That was a good song.
Put the drink down.
Ace Hood need to make a comeback.
Don't get me started.
Bro.
Ace Hood has the best song in history.
If you happen to see this, if you ever happen to see this clip.
Oh, you know what? He did. I'm going to tell you. We can get him on the show, though.
Yeah, he need to come on the show.
Cash flow. I need it on time. I'm talking bankroll. My money. That is the best song ever made.
That was a good song.
That was...
Oh,
sorry.
I knew you was supposed to do that. Because, y'all, Lex, for once, really not lying. That's really her favorite song.
No, I'm dead ass. If you cut that song
that's really her favorite song.
I'm going crazy. Okay, what's your bop of the week, Drea?
Nicki Minaj. Can we talk about it? Let's chat.
Again with the sun down low.
Let's chat.
Come on.
Where the barbs at? Are you a barb again?
I never stopped. She be making me mad sometimes. Like, me and Nicki argue in my head.
Okay. I love this album, y'all. Like, Nicki did what the fuck she needed to do.
Did.
Like, most of the songs on the album are good.
High heels on my tippy.
Yeah.
She ate.
I love the album, y'all. R&B is my song.
Mm.
You knew that was my song.
You know what? Anytime
R&B
somebody names R&B a song, because remember Young Dolph had R&B.
Yep.
We love a rich nigga bitch.
Rich nigga bitch. R&B is my song, y'all. I love that song. And the fact that she have Lil Wayne on it is just an added bonus.
It's the icing.
Because I don't give a fuck what nobody ever say about Lil Tunechi. You cannot talk to me about ever. You can't. That's his name.
Calling him Lil
Tunechi.
It's crazy.
Lil Tunechi.
Lil Tune.
Lil Tune. You can't
Go
never
ahead,
say
man.
nothing to me ever about Lil Wayne. Like,
Okay.
still the best rapper ever. Him
I
and
agree.
Jay-Z.
Neck
Top
and neck.
two.
Neck and neck.
Top two.
Yeah.
So, the fact that she
Who's
had...
3 for you?
3? Oh, I gotta get back to you on
Nicki.
that. I don't know.
She ain't no barb.
Nicki...
She ain't. I tested her. And
Nicki-
she failed.
I thought she was asking me about men, though, because we was talking about men.
No, we were talking about rappers.
Okay, well, that's fine. Like, Nicki could be in my top 5. Nicki would be in my top 5. Drake would be in my top 5, too, though, to be fair. And then,
Kanye?
See, the thing about Kanye, though, I wouldn't necessarily put Kanye in my top 5 rappers only because, to me, Kanye is a rapper and producer.
Okay, you put him in.
He in a whole different.
Okay,
He in a whole different category. He in a whole different bag
agree
from
with
just.
that.
You can't even insult him and call him just a rapper.
Okay, that's fair.
So I wouldn't even put him over there, but Kanye is definitely up there for sure. I don't know, sis. This probably gonna shock people, but like, well, probably not if you've been listening to the show for a while. But J. Cole will probably be in my top 5 too.
Yeah, I mean, this is what y'all have to realize.
I love J. Cole.
Anybody that can stay relevant in the music game for over 10 years is special. So when you talk about like the greats, you have to talk about J. Cole. You have to talk about, you know, Kendrick Lamar. Like you have to talk about certain people. So that's like that was a good top 5.
And I would definitely put Nicki up there just because I feel like you need to have one woman.
I mean,
in your top 5.
But you know what's crazy? I don't even look at it like, but I agree with you with what I'm saying. It's not even like a woman thing. It's not even a woman thing. Like she is literally out rapping your faves that are men. Mm-hmm. Like her bars have just always been there. And that's one thing we can't deny. Whether you like her, hate her, whatever you have to feel, you just can't deny talent. And her pen game has always been very furious, okay? So shout out to the Pink Print too. Are you gonna go to her concert?
Duh.
Hi.
Is a pig's pussy pork?
That was some country ass shit to say.
I'm a country ass bitch. Cause is it?
Oh.
Why would you ask me? Am I gonna go to Nicki's show? I mean, you already know the answer. I don't win. One thing about me, I've been in my concert era.
You love a concert.
I went to every concert this year. The only concert that I did not go to this year, which I am so upset with myself for not going, is Usher's residency. Yeah. But I'm not beating myself up.
He's on tour next year, so.
I mean, and I'm also not beating myself up so much because when I went to Lovers and Friends Festival in May with my best friend, we ended up seeing him there and we was backstage.
So, you know, Jodeci has a residency next year.
Come and talk to me.
You
going?
I'm absolutely going. And let me tell y'all something right now. If Casey and JoJo get on that stage and perform live, do you know y'all will see me getting arrested? I will have a mugshot floating around and I don't even care.
Well, that's all right because I already got some footage of me in a brawl, almost in the middle of a brawl floating around right now. So I guess it's going to be part 2.
I'm gonna be on stage with Joe. Yeah.
You gonna be like Jamie Foxx. You remember the episode of Jamie Foxx?
What?
He was performing. They had hired him to go on tour with them and be their background singer.
That's gonna be me.
And he ended up going to the front and start singing. I'm gonna get Martin.
I don't know, but
it was Martin. My bad. It was Martin.
I'm gonna get front row tickets, and if they perform, I'm literally gonna beg the bodyguards, please. I will just sit in the corner. Just let me join in. Let me. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my mind. So Casey and JoJo, if y'all see this before y'all go on tour, somebody send this to them. Y'all please perform live. I'm begging. Somebody give me life.
And if y'all ever want to see Lexi's live rendition of Life, because she's not going on tour with Casey and JoJo.
Damn it.
It's on T-Pain's channel on our episode with T-Pain.
It is.
You performed your heart out that night.
And I'm going to do it again.
He was remember T-Pain was so shocked
when
you said you wanted to do Life? He was like,
that's so random. And he enjoyed it.
I mean, it was good.
He had a ball.
The girl is good.
Hey, he was shook.
I get to lay on my dookie bud. We got the whole row to ourselves. We have made it to the room, finally. It's super cute. Wait till y'all see. This view is crazy. Hopefully y'all can see the little 1-2. Airman slides. This skirt is from... Okay, we got a little spread here. We got some sashimi, Belvedere. I played volleyball when I was 17. This man, look at this man, y'all. He was like, let's play. He's hardcore. Tell them about the restaurant I picked out.
Oh, no. She did an amazing job.
Okay.
5-star, Michelin rating.
Okay, we gonna move on. Okay, as usual, y'all make sure y'all write in to get advice from us. Email us at askpoorminds@gmail.com. If you're a Patreon member, make sure you put that in the subject line. And I know we always say this, but this year we have totally revamped our Patreon. We actually have somebody running it for us now, so it's not just us trying to do it. Y'all, this Patreon content is about to be so good. Y'all are going to absolutely love it. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Poor Minds. And we are going to get into the questions today.
Yeah, send us your questions, send us your testimonials, all that.
Go ahead, Lil Drea.
Question number 1. Hi, y'all. New to the pod, but have laughed out loud by myself while driving around New York for work. Love your friendship. I'm wondering how you feel about white women dating black men. I'm white. My last ex is mixed. And I've been into black men lately. Now, don't get it twisted. It's not always me going for them. Most cases, it's been the men contacting me on the apps. So I know attraction is mutual, which is different than a fetish. But I know how it could be perceived to others. So please break it all down. Thank you. Okay. I don't give a fuck.
Same.
I feel like love who you love. Like, I am not one of those black women who have a problem with black men dating outside of their race. I truly do not give a fuck. Like I said, it's more of a men problem in the world, which is why people not getting married. It's not necessarily a race problem.
Right. Hey, you ate that.
Yeah. So I don't care. And I feel like the black men that only want to date white women, them not the niggas for me no way. So why would
Like,
I be
I'm not your type.
So
I'm
why
not
would I
tripping.
be outraged by the fact that you don't want to date me? I'm not your type. I'm not who you're going for. And I would prefer you to date what you like than to settle with me and be unhappy.
I do not want to date somebody who I'm not their typical type.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing. So I don't think it's a problem. The only time
And we know y'all go after they go after y'all. They been going after y'all.
Yeah. And the only time I have a problem with it is when, like, and this is for every race. If you date outside your race and you feel the need to bash your race. Like, if you don't want to date, Asian women, Hispanic women, black women, that's fine, but don't bash them in the process. If that's what you like, cool. So it's 2023. I don't think we should have a problem with interracial dating. It's literally not that serious.
It's
love
not.
who you love. And I think it's more important that we bring back real love and value in relationships versus caring about people's skin color.
And that go for black women too. Like, if you want to date a white man, date one. He might can love you better.
I'm gonna love you better. This is hard to say.
I want to make sure I go about this in the right way.
Because lately I've been busy a lot, and I know you don't feel appreciated.
And
or
whatnot. I like to tell you that your hair look fly.
Fly.
Whisper slow and still in your eye. How you talk real foul and slick.
Every other sentence is you make me sick. That's a hit. Hello, Cool
What
J.
he said? How the song go?
What?
The man.
Baby, smile good thing. Cause I'm gonna love you in the morning.
I'm gonna love. Oh, we
you
should sing that for
better.
karaoke.
We already sang it.
Damn. And your friends will
See
sit
too.
too.
When you think there's nothing else I can do.
I'm gonna love you better.
That is my song. That's probably my
I can't believe we never sung that for karaoke.
I think we probably have.
You think so?
Probably.
We did like
This song is
150.
Bro, this
200
Poor Mind's
karaoke.
been on YouTube for 10 years, bitch. Old ass show. Girl.
First of all, don't do that because the first 2 years it was wine down Wednesday.
Baby, it's 2024.
Okay, I've been Poor Minds for 5 years.
Okay.
Since 2019.
Question number 2. Hey, Dre and Lex. I started listening to the show when I was a freshman in college, and I'm about to graduate in spring. Old ass show. Well, I just said that. I love that I've gotten to
Maybe
witness.
she graduated early. God damn.
Girl, I love that I've gotten to witness y'all's growth along with my own. The professionalism is through the roof, and I admire how you all are able to make guests comfortable and put out great episodes week after week. This is really my comfort show. It's inspired me to explore the production side of podcasting to help amplify other talented voices. Keep doing what you're doing. Love y'all, a loyal listener. Oh, that was sweet. I love when they write the professionalism.
Bitch, I was laughing when she said that in my head because Lord knows we is not professional.
No, I feel like we do a great job. When people come sit on this couch and they first sit down with us, They do not be knowing what to expect. It's a lot of people that have actually told people that they don't want to come sit down on the couch because they're like, what am I going to talk about them with? And every single guest that we have ever had sit on this couch leaves the show loving us down and fucking with us. The professionalism, hun. Because you know how many podcasts I watch? And I'll be like, this is so uncomfortable. The whole episode be uncomfortable. We have never had an uncomfortable episode with a guest.
Got him. Why am I a singing machine today?
You need to stop.
Gotta make your body.
Gonna make your body. Jenny.
That's how you sounded. When
Gonna make your body scream my name.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I get what she was saying. I think we do a great job because if you watch
Why did she say that 3 times at the end of the song? Like, so far apart. You
What?
thought the song was over. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, okay. So anyways, I just wanted us to clap ourselves on the back because that's something that we're doing this year.
Oh, God.
We are going to lean into our strengths and not focus on our weaknesses. And I think that's something that we do very well is we make people feel comfortable. Because when you watch an episode, sometimes guests will sit down. Like Nunu, for example, and Trey, like when they first sat down, they were kind of like, but as the episode goes on, like you see them getting more comfortable. And I think that's something that you can't duplicate that. You can't fake that. And I think that we are really good in this space. And this year, and I want y'all to help us, the listeners too. Like, make sure if you're watching this, you've never seen the episode, whatever, make sure y'all subscribe. Send this to your friends. Send it, like, we really, like, I'm focused on getting Poor Minds to the next level. Because I feel like it is a movement. And we have come so far. And that's how I want to start this new year off with a great episode. And I feel like we're so complex. Like, we're very complex women.
We are.
And I think that a lot of times, like with the clips and things that people see, they only see one side. And I'm excited for where the year is going to take us. So this is like the perfect letter, to bring in the new year.
It was. I'm excited too. I'm excited for 2024. We got so much going on. We got so much in store. And I'm just also excited for like the things that's going to happen that we don't even know that's going to happen yet, So
I had a conversation with you. I had a conversation with my best friend because like the last quarter of 2023 was very fucking hard for me. It was so weird.
I ain't gonna lie, that last quarter.
Yeah, I had lost a couple of friends. It was so weird to me. No, like we stopped being friends because of weird people just been doing weird shit to me lately.
They just died to you.
They died to me. Mm-hmm. I got out of a situation. It was just a lot of weird shit. And I just felt like usually when God gives me signs, I kind of be like, okay, maybe it's not, maybe, and I just try to keep people around or situations that need to be dead. And this year, I'm listening and I'm paying attention because I don't know what it is, y'all. Something big is going to happen in 2024 for us, and I feel it. And I've never felt that before. I've never been that person that's been like, oh, this my year, hoe ass niggas. Yeah, I'm on top. Y'all finna see. I've never been that person. Like, but I really have a great feeling about this year. I don't know what it is, but everything that God is like clearing out of my life, I've been like, okay, I'm gonna let it go. I'm letting everything go just to make space for whatever he's trying to bring in. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited. And I'm just willing to embrace it with open arms. And I'm just excited about everything that's going on in my life right now. I got on the other side. I had like a little 2-week depression thing. I made it out on the other side again. So that's something to celebrate, So we here and we happy.
Yeah, you just gotta let go and let God.
Amen.
A lot of the time, it's like, as cliche as that sounds, sometimes you just gotta trust that it's always a bigger purpose for why the things that's going on in your life that you don't understand is going on.
Amen.
You just gotta trust his plan.
God's plan. So
speaking of being professional though. And I always wanted to have my own cosmetics line. And I feel like I procrastinated a while on doing it. And then I finally was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go.
Shout out to Muse Beauty for doing this thing. How old is Muse Beauty now?
a year.
Yay!
So I got my first award. Thanks, y'all. Oh my God. First of all, I want to thank God and thank my mama. Because without this, it wouldn't be possible. Without them, it wouldn't be possible.
What about me?
I thank you a lot for Poor Minds, but this is about Muse. So I got my first award, y'all. From 85 South. They always do like an award show every year. Lex and I actually won an award the past.
We didn't win one this year.
I mean, but the 2 years before that, we won an award. But this year, I won one. So we still kind of won one, you know.
You said it wasn't for me.
Okay, you can have some.
Yes.
Okay. So, I got the award for the most viewed Black Market episode and it was awarded to me and Muse Beauty for the 2023 Trap Awards.
Period. Ate that up.
Like, this is our first award, you know, first of many accolades to come. Don't play
for
with
Muse
me.
Beauty. And you know what? I like that because I don't like how people be trying to play with people.
What you
numbers.
mean?
No, I feel like numbers, bitch. The numbers don't lie.
Oh, are you shocked that I got the most viewed episode?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't shocked at all.
No, I'm just saying.
But thanks,
people be
y'all.
trying to play
Thanks,
on our
85.
top.
Love y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't play with
They do be trying to play on our top, but but see, this is the thing about people. Numbers don't lie. I don't care what people say online and stuff because I see what they be watching. A lot of people be watching, but they don't say nothing.
Check the numbers, bitch.
But you still watching though. You still tuning in. So there's that. Yeah.
So we're going to start this new year on a positive note. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And we'll see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Baby,
You don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. Won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. See, no one else love me like you do. That's why I don't mind to spend my life with you. Wanna please you in any way I can. I wanna share my world. Don't you understand? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling.
Ooh.
All day long. Turn me inside out. Make my heart speak. Need no one else. You're all I need. Personality.
Everything you do makes me love
Everything about you. Your style is so fly. I can't deny. I got a crush on you, and that is true indeed. And I'm digging you. You make me believe. Your love is a one in a million.
Sing it, Drea.
It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling.
Yeah.
All day long. Your love is a one in a million.
It goes
On and on and on. You give me a really good feeling. All